welcome to Days with Dawn, and I'm Dawn, and look at my glasses. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. I'm sorry. They are cockeyed. Look at this. No, I am not doing this. Okay, there, that's a little better. I don't know if I like these any better, but they at least they're not like, so anyway, as I was saying, welcome back to Days with Dawn. I'm Dawn if you're new to my channel. Today I am going to show y'all just some different things that I do with my grocery hauls when I get them home. Now in this video, all of this wasn't bought on one grocery haul. It's just kind of little tidbits I've been recording over the last, several grocery hauls, and I've built up the footage to make the video. So yeah, these are just little tips that I do. Probably most of y'all probably know all this stuff, but I don't know. I just thought it was kind of interesting and wish somebody had taught me this whenever I was growing up. So anyway, I got kind of sidetracked, but hope you enjoy today's video. Hope you enjoy the tips. I hope it gives you some inspiration when you get your groceries, to get them where they're easy to fix. When it's time to eat, you want something you want to just grab. So hope that gives you some inspiration. Hope you enjoy the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Okay, so you know how you get chicken in these packs, these chicken breasts, and I've been trying to find a good way to separate them out. Our needs are changing as far as how many I need to thaw out at a time, so I decided what I'm going to do is put them on a tray and try to single freeze them. And then once they're frozen, put them in a baggie like, you buy the bag chicken breast. I know I could just go buy the bag chicken breast, but I just don't like them as much. It almost seems like fake chicken. I mean, not trying to be weird or anything, but I just don't like the bag chicken all that much. So I'm kind of flattening them out a little bit. And then I'll cover them with saran wrap and stick this tray in the freezer and let it freeze solid, and then see if I can stick them in a Ziploc bag and see how that lasts. That way I can, just pull out the exact number of chicken breasts that I need and don't have a million baggies and, whatever. I'm just trying new things. So we'll follow up and let you know how it goes. Here they are. They're all covered in saran wrap, and I've tried to kind of, tuck it in and keep them all separate. And I will stick them in the freezer, and tomorrow I'll pull them out and see how well it did. So here I am with my chicken breasts, and I think it's going to serve the purpose I wanted it to serve. Just throw them in the baggie. And you have an individual chicken breast when you need it. Get it out how many you want. You don't have to put them all in a package. Oh, that's a big one. So that fit 1, 2, 3, 4 in a Ziploc bag. Pull the air out and stick it back in the freezer. And there you go. Individually frozen chicken breasts. Okay, I was going to show you what I do when I get a big pack of hamburger meat. Excuse the way I look. This is what a weekend hangover looks like. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's Monday morning. I had the grandkids over the weekend. We had a party, and so yeah, it was a big weekend. So I take my hamburger meat and I open it up. I know that I'm gonna make a meatloaf with one of these, so I'm gonna put it in a big baggie just to save it, because I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So I just got a freezer bag here, and I'm gonna use this big chunk and put it in the freezer bag. I meant to open these before I got my hands messy, but anyway, so I want to do these, and you know, it'll be about a pound. So I'll split them, and I mean, most of y'all probably know this, but, and do this. But I put them in the Ziploc bag, each piece. And then, for simplicity in thawing it out and storing it, let me show you what I do. I mash them flat. So let me get out here. Mash them flat down into the Ziploc bag. That way you can store them easily. Let me seal it up real quick. In your freezer, once they get cold, you can store them upright or you can store them flat. And then when you go to thaw it out, it's thinner and it's easier to thaw out, even if you don't thaw it out like I have a defrost mode on my microwave. If you don't thaw it out that way, stick this in your pan and it'll be so much easier to cook from frozen with it being flat. So yeah, that's my tip for the day. So another thing that I do to prep my groceries when I get them home from the store is I wash up all my fruit. So I have blueberries, and these don't look like mine. These are Mason's. But anyway, blueberries and strawberries. He doesn't like his washed, and I say gross because if you see what comes out of this water, out of those strawberries, you would wash your strawberries from the grocery store like this. So I get a bowl in the sink, and I put cold water in it, and I just add just, you know, a little splash of vinegar, and put my strawberries down in it. Now, those are Mason's. He takes them to work every day, so I'm gonna go get mine. Okay, so here they are. They're a different brand than his, and I could tell they were his because he's been eating out of them. So I just take my strawberries and I dunk them down into the water with vinegar in them and let them sit. I started out doing my blueberries that way too, but I don't know, to me it makes the blueberries mushy. So with the blueberries, I just take and put them in a little strainer like that, and oops, run them through cold water. Let all the water strain off. And then I put them, sorry about that. That was my little stand. It fell over. So yeah, I take the blueberries and I spread them out onto one of these little mats with some paper towels down, and kind of get them in a single layer. So you see, I don't soak these for long because I don't want them to become mush. And then I just put them into a strainer and rinse. Now, whenever I get done with these, I'll spread them out on the mat with the blueberries and put a paper towel over them and let them dry until they're just about completely dry. And because if you put them in there and they're kind of wet, that'll encourage them to rot quicker. So there's that. I'll just set them out right here. I don't know if you can see that. Move you away without knocking you over again. No, I'm gonna knock you over. My stand's rickety. So, just gonna lay them out on a line and let them dry. Okay, so that's what they look like. All washed up, all rinsed up, and then I'll just, like I said, I'll just place a paper towel over them, kind of work it around, get some of the moisture off, and I'll just let them sit there for a couple of hours. And when I come back, I will go ahead and slice them and mix them all up and stick them in the fridge. Okay, so I have these little Tupperware containers that look like that, and they keep your fruit fresh for so much longer than just a regular container. So I let these strawberries and blueberries sit out all day with, you know, covered with the paper towel. Let them dry, and I've cut them up, and so all you gotta do is open the bowl and get them out. It's easy and convenient. I have a house full of guys. If it ain't easy, they don't eat it. So there you go. Okay, so here, just like in the earlier video that I did, or earlier in the video, get it right, girl. I did the chicken breasts. Yes, hold on. Okay, so earlier in the video, I did the chicken breasts where I laid them out on the sheet pan with saran wrap and stuck them in the freezer and froze them individually and put them in Ziploc baggies. And I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna do that now with these chicken legs that I bought, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. So I'm just gonna stick them out individually on a pan. Just like so. I mean, this don't take but a second, y'all, and it's so much more convenient whenever you go to cook, because you can then get out of the bag exactly the amount of pieces of chicken that you need and not have to thaw out a whole bunch of extra, because that's what was happening to me. I was just like, okay, this will make about 2 meals while I would cook all this, and then we wouldn't eat it, and then it would go to waste. So this way you get exactly what you need, right? And so I'm going to cover it with saran wrap and get it in the freezer. First, I'm washing my hands. Okay, here we are. Gonna put them in. Gonna put saran wrap over them, and it looks like I'm gonna have to do it both ways. I don't really want to get freezer burn on anything, so I'm gonna do it this way and that way. There we go. Which it shouldn't, because I'm just gonna leave it long enough for them to freeze solid. But you know, I'm just kind of weird like that. Stick it down in between there so they don't stick together, hopefully. And yeah, hope they turn out as good as the chicken breast did, because I'm just loving that. It doesn't take much to make me happy. Okay, so here's one more thing I do. So like, I don't know if y'all remember seeing, my friend bought me these packs of airplane cookies. That's what I call airplane cookies. So when you open them, you know, there's just like this open pack, and I would stick them in Ziploc baggies, but I just noticed they would just sit there and nobody would eat them. So I decided I would put them in mason jars. And you know what? It works. All they gotta do is unscrew the lid, grab a cookie, and go. And now they're eating them. I mean, I know that sounds so simple, but it's just like, okay, nobody wants to reach in there and grab a Ziploc baggie, open it, have to zip it up, and let all the air out of it and all of that, but they will come unscrew the lid and get a cookie. Same with the candy corns. You open the bag of candy corn. You don't want to just leave the bag open. I used to put them in Ziploc baggies, but I was like, okay, I got these plastic lids. I'm gonna put my candy corns in the mason jar. Keeps them fresh, keeps flies and whatever from getting on them, and it makes it easier for my people to eat. Although I think I'm the only one who eats the candy corns, and I am okay with that. More for me.